Hi, everybody. This is your psychology summary assignment final explanation. Um, I'm going to be going over the assignment and the directions for your last class. If you have a for U.S. history, it's very similar. We're just tweaking it a little bit to fit the mold of psychology. This is your last assignment for the semester. It will be due June 10th at midnight. It is Friday, May 29th, so I'm giving you guys like 12 days to work on it. Yeah, so I'm going to share my screen and we're going to get started. So if we're looking here, there's technically two parts to your final. One is going to be the assignment. The other one is going to be a check-in. If you have me for U.S. history, then you only have to do one check-in. Okay, so don't think that you have to do like two check-ins because you have me twice. So only one check-in. It would, and I'll explain. But the first one, our assignment, as our final assignment, you're going to create a mini project if you're choosing about a topic of your choosing. I have attached a choice board, directions, and rubrics. You may use whatever platform you would like, Google Slides, video, Canvas, blah, blah, blah. The choice is yours, but it must be related to a topic that we covered or the coronavirus pandemic. You should expect to spend anywhere from 1 to 2 hours to complete. So use your time management skills accordingly to finish on time. The project is due June 10th at midnight, so you have almost 2 weeks. So I'm going to open it. So our goal is really to look at the coronavirus and mental health. So we didn't get to talk about mental health in depth that I feel like I would have liked to. We did talk about eating disorders. I think we did talk about some cases of anxiety, but we didn't get to talk about stress and motivation as much as I would have liked us to. So that's kind of like where we are going to be going with this. And it's more just a reflective type of project. It's not really like going to be super insane where you got to do all this research and stuff. So anywho, so here are options. Create an infographic or a flyer, write a fiction story, song, album, cover, or artwork, create a newspaper or blog, create a viral video or other. So for the infographic or flyer, you want to create an infographic or a flyer addressing the change in daily life due to the coronavirus pandemic. Please also include at least 2 paragraph, 5-day sentences, each reflection on your own experience with the pandemic. You must make a connection to one of the topics we have covered in psychology class this semester or coping strategies for stress, anxiety, or depression as it relates to this time. You must include 3 images and then 5 to 7 bullet points of information, either facts, tips, or information. So these are the topics we covered: senses, perception and sensation, dreams and sleep. I would think that one would go hand in hand with this because I feel like me personally and almost everybody I know have had the worst dreams lately because of our environment. So you could totally make an infographic about how your environment affects your sleep. Altered states of consciousness. So we talked about meditation, hypnosis, drug use. We talk about learning, so classical and operant conditioning. We talked about punishment, and then thinking and problem solving. So if you can create any kind of infographic about those topics. It doesn't have to be how the coronavirus connects to that. It can be kind of like if you want to focus on sleep and create an infographic about sleep, do that. I would like you to connect it to the coronavirus just to make it more relative, but we didn't get to talk about all that. If you say like you're really interested in like stressing, like skills to help cope with stress, you can make an infographic on how to cope with stress during this time. The next one is create a fiction story. So create a fiction story about how the coronavirus has changed your everyday life. You may write whatever story or angle you want, but it has to address the pandemic. Your story must include at least 3 paragraphs and include specific information or details explaining how the pandemic has changed life. Yeah, so basically you could just write a story. It could be focused on the environment around you. It can be focused on how you've been feeling. I was just telling Erin that I've been having this awful dream like the last month. I would think that in my dream someone's coming to hurt me, and I call 911 and it's the wrong number and no one's able to come help me. Like, I've never had that dream before until then, but I could write a story about that dream. Make it connect. Do you know what I mean? Then we have album or song album cover or artwork. So you want to choose or write a song that accurately reflects change in life during the coronavirus pandemic. Then create album artwork as it helps portray the message of the song. Along with your artwork, you must write a 2-paragraph reflection on how the semester has been, and your reflection must maintain professional and academic style and control. So really, you could write a song about how you're feeling. You could write a song about stress. You could write a song about dreams, or you could pick a song about dreams. There's tons of songs out there about dreams and like sleeping and learning and things like that. And then I would say create an album artwork to help portray your message. Or if you really want to write a song, you can write a song about any of those topics we've covered or about the coronavirus. Create a newspaper or blog. So create a newspaper front page addressing the change in daily life due to the coronavirus pandemic. You must make a connection to one of the topics that we have covered in psychology class this semester, or include coping strategies for stress, anxiety, or depression as it relates to this time. The things to turn in: you need an audience-catching headline, 2 images, and 3 stories that relate coronavirus to psychology or mental health / coping strategies. So I would say, like, maybe have one on, like what to do if you can't fall asleep at night because you're stressed, and then maybe another one on how to keep a routine as it helps eliminate anxiety, or you just include anything. Psychology really lends itself to anything that you want. So you can either focus on the coronavirus, or you could focus on one of the topics that we have covered. So senses, dreams, altered states of consciousness. So that would be really good if you could include ones about how to meditate, or hypnosis therapy, or memory and thought. So how are we going to remember this? So anything like that. Create a viral video. So create a viral video, TikTok or other style, to show an understanding of how government has responded, or how quarantine / distance learning has changed your high school experience. You can do it as a dance, challenge, story time, put your finger down if. However, it must be appropriate for me. So no cursing, inappropriate dress or language. You're supposed to be in your uniform, so I don't need to see any little spaghetti straps or crop tops, or, like, wear something appropriate. Okay? You must include a minimum of 5 facts / information about how your life has changed during the pandemic. Along with your TikTok videos, you must write a 2-paragraph reflection on how the semester has been. So some kind of things that I've thought that would be good is you could talk about what Zoom has been like, what school work has looked like, mental health and coping strategies, effects on sleep, dreams, physical activity, time with your pets and your family, whether it be good or bad. Yes. And then others. So if you have another idea, you can reach out to me and we can come up with a plan. This is going in the gradebook as 45 points in your summative category. So it's going to be weighted a little bit heavier. So if you get a 0, it could drop your grade, and you definitely do not want to do that. So the overall goal really is just to think about how has this time changed for us? How has that not mess with, but how has that affected our emotions, how we're feeling, how we kind of view the outside world, how are we sleeping, how are we eating, are we staying active, are we, playing video games all day? So my vision for this is really just to take psychology, focusing on the emotions, focusing on dreams, focusing on anxiety, depression, stress, eating disorders. Like, how has this been affected? How can we help people during this time? Because that's kind of like the thing that I would like us to take away from this, is that we've looked at ways to help coping, ways to help anxiety, ways to help stress, and then we then can, with the skills that we have learned by doing this project, go in and help other people, because this is a really hard time for people. This is a challenging experience that none of us have ever lived through before, okay? We all know someone, if it's ourselves or someone else or multiple people, that are really struggling, and I'm challenging you guys to help people. Like, even if it's like something small, like, like for me, I was feeling really sad, and someone suggested to me to take a walk every day. So I started taking a walk every day, because that at least gives me some time outside and gets me out of my apartment, gets me out of just thinking about the things I keep thinking about, and lets me de-stress for 20, 30 minutes, however long I go on a walk for. So things like that, what can we do? What tools can we develop that we can go out and then help other people? Because not everybody has access to, therapies and people to talk to, but we need to be able to kind of have some strategies in our back pocket that we can help people with. So that is my goal. That is what I want to do. That's how I envision it. Let me know if you guys need anything. We are almost done with school. Next time I see you, you guys will be seniors. And I cannot wait for that, because I'm going all out for senior year. All the spirit days, all of the events. I'm going to be there screaming and rooting you guys on, because I love you so much. So I didn't even talk about the check-in. Oh my God, what am I doing? Real quick. The other part of your final assignment, it's already linked here on Google Classroom. It's this one here. For some reason, it wouldn't let me link it right, but I would to do a final video one-on-one check-in with each of you. So I want you guys to fill this out, put your email, your name, how would you prefer to meet? So Zoom, Google Hangouts, phone call, whatever, and then pick a time that works for you. Only pick one time. That way I don't call you 17 times. Only pick one time. I'm starting them on Monday. Monday's the 1st, and it goes all the way until the 12th. So I'm really only looking for 5-10 minutes of your time to sit and chat. That way I can at least say goodbye to you for the summer and tell you how much I love you and care about you, and I will always be here for you. So that's going to start. So I'm really looking forward to that. I can stop sharing this now. All right, I'm going to go, because obviously I'm losing it. So I love you. Goodbye.